Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 3, Episode 8. So let's get to it, shall we? I say I'm gonna take some time off, y'all. All the cashiers, they was like, somebody stole her truck. It's like you can hear it all throughout the store. This Rox coming to you today with a review for Love and Marriage Detroit, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Power Book 4, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so the show starts with Lou. Lou was out there in front of Rock's house, and he was cutting the food, yelling and screaming, and she was like, nigga, do you know these my neighbors? Like, how you making me look in front of my neighbors? Get your ass in this house. Okay, she rushed out there and get him and was like, will you be quiet? These people don't need to know what I do. And he was like, no, they need to know exactly what you do. They need to know exactly what you want, what you about. I said, okay, Lou, you done made a big mess, and now you even madder at Rock? Yeah, Rock got a big problem on her hands with Lou. So yeah, Lou is just still in a bad way with Rock. The whole thing is, Lou, you are a grown-ass man now. I understand that you felt like Rock made you do everything, but at the end of the day, who really can make you do anything? Maybe time to take a little bit of accountability on this. Anyway, Marvin comes by later, and while Lou is in there trying to sleep it off, she's telling Marvin, like, Lou is a problem. Like, he is really about to fuck us. Marvin is just like, he just need to talk to somebody. And she was just like, look, he don't need to talk to no damn body else. That's the problem. Okay? You talk too fucking much. And Marvin was just like, no. You know, Marvin hasn't lost faith in his brother. He gonna get better. Okay, but when is the question? And as far as Rock is concerned, she don't even think that he trying to get better. Lou is not you, Marvin. You gotta try in order to change. Now, later on, Marvin and Rock are talking about her territory, okay, and how she feels like somebody is moving in on it. Well, it turns out it's Snap and Pop, okay, and she was just like, Snaps and Pop, and Marvin was just like, yeah, and weren't they supposed to be retired? And she was just like, well, nigga, look at me, I'm supposed to be retired too, and I'm back at it. But Rock knows for a fact that Snap and Pop ain't just fucking with weed. Okay, it got to be more than that. And Marvin is just like wants to bring Lou back in, you know, get him to work and everything, and Rock just, she cannot trust that Lou is not in any kind of condition to be doing anything except trying to get rehab. Because Marvin is just like, he trusts that Lou will do the right thing on this one. And Rock was just like, no, Lou. And she's really disappointed in herself. Like, damn, maybe I brought this on me. Maybe the chickens is coming home to roost. She understands, like, okay, she the big boss. So all the shit that happens in this whole thing is, you know, at the end of the day, it's all on her. Okay, but she wishes other people would take accountability, you know, for what they've done too. And Marvin was just like, I know what I see in the mirror. And she was like, you like what you see? And he was like, yeah, I'm starting to. And she was like, okay, well then, Lou, that's not where Lou is at. Lou don't like nothing that he see in the mirror or otherwise at this point. And as far as Rock is concerned, Lou is fighting himself. He ain't trying to get better. So she gonna leave him wherever he at, and that's all she can do for it. You see that Lou, who Rock had ended up taking over to the mama and was just like, you need to watch your damn son and make sure his ass don't go nowhere, right? So when Lou wakes up, he realizes that he's there and he's out. You know, the mama ain't even really trying to stop him. I'm gonna call Rock and tell her that you leaving. And he's just like, whatever, I'm out. Okay. And of course, he goes back to the bar, place that he don't need to be at this point. So the mama ends up calling Marvin. I guess she knew that Rock didn't want to hear it. Okay. And tells her that Lou left and she ain't got no idea where the hell he went. And Marvin can't even tell Rock about this because, you know, Rock is still worked up about her territory and the people that's moving in. Well, we know that Kanan is a part of that equation along with Snaps and Pop. And Marvin tells her that the people moving in on her territory is Kanan. And she was just like, look at this, I'm in fucking competition with my own damn son. Now, Quan, the Chinese man that she's been working with, you know, he want her to smash the competition and everything. But I mean, it's Kanan, like, it's layers to this, and they're all complicated. Marvin wants to bring Lou in still. Rock don't trust Lou, so no. At best, Lou is a distraction right now. And Lou really is just downright trouble at this point. He hates Rock that much. While Marvin is trying to convince Rock, you know, she ain't got much patience. She was like, listen, nigga, do you want to make money or what, nigga? I'm trying to get you some money, nigga. Keep your eyes on the prize, nigga. Help me help you, nigga. Let's get this money. I said, I know that's right, Rock. And of course, the Chinese man, he's trying to end the whole arrangement because he don't want all this turmoil. I mean, it was fine if it was going to work smoothly the way that Unique was saying, but now Rock and all these people and the enemies and all that, yeah, too much. But Rock was like, no, we good, we moving forward. Now, Lou had gone to the bar. And when he was there, he gives the girl the music and tells her to give that to Fame when he comes by. And she was looking at Lou like, oh, are you leaving? She was like, it's never that bad, Lou. And Lou was like, you're right. Sometimes it's worse. I was like, yeah, girl, you don't know that your partner is a murderer, a stone cold killer out there. Okay. And you up here feeling sorry for him. Lou ain't innocent. So Fame ends up going to the bar. And he's looking for Lou. And she was like, Lou's not here. And he ain't going to be here for a long time. Okay. And so Fame was like, oh, damn. All right. Well, do you think I could maybe get in the studio and just, while he's gone? Because she gives him the music and was just like, oh, Lou told me to give this to you. So, he still got to do his work. All right. He's been called to do this job. So, yeah, could he work in there? She was just like, absolutely, you can work on there. I mean, shit, it ain't no sense in the shit just sitting there. However, you gonna have to pick up some odd jobs around here to pay for your time. Okay, word, bet. Fame can do that. Wash the dishes, mop the floors, wipe the bar down. I'm your boy. And at the same time, we see Kanan. Kanan getting forced into this job as a grown man, 16 years old. You was way in over your head, okay, on that hair run. All right, because that's what these two is pushing. You can look at Snaps and Pop, look like they push all kind of real illegal drugs, and of course, they all, his voice is all like this, and she's all looking at him, and I was just like, okay. So anyway, your dad was all work. Like, wow, who knew that he even was out there seeing anybody? I mean, we didn't even know him to be with a woman. I was just like, that's because he didn't really like him. Okay, Rock was his beard, remember? Kanan knows that, but he don't tell him that. So what's your preference? Okay. And what you mean, what's the preference? So how would you like your workers to look at you? Okay. Do you want them to have fear or do you want them to respect you? And Kanan with that old stupid slur, well. It's because I realize that he turns his mouth down kind of like this, because I guess that's kind of how 50 Cent's face is. And so he was just like, well, you gotta have respect, you gotta have fear in order for somebody to respect you. What people don't realize, real leaders don't need people to fear them, because if you can garner the respect without making people be afraid of you, and people really honestly want to help you or follow you or let you lead them, then there's no reason for you to make them afraid of you. As a matter of fact, it's better to make a person love you. And that's the reason why they want to follow you or, follow your lead or anything like that. But fear is, that is not a way to gain a loyal following. Eventually, even if you do get those people, if they're afraid of you and they get mad enough, they eventually will turn on you. Okay, look what Rock and Lou is going through. That's a perfect example. So anyway, they sit, they talk and chop it up or whatever, and then when they leave and they ask Kanan, does Rock know that he's working with them? And he was like, I don't know and I don't care. Well, your mom has been getting a lot of our business and your mom is good at it. And Kanan was just like, he good at what he do too. Okay, you ain't been moving hair on like this, so let's see how good you are at that, Kanan. Oh, I can't wait till he falls on his ass a little bit. He needs to learn a lesson. And when is it coming? Because you really about to be in competition with your mama, Kanan. Now, jumping over to Juke. So we see Juke and the girls, her group members, and her friend, the one that's always having the problems. She's like down on herself and not real confident. And of course, the other one comes over there and tells her that she sucks. And Juke was like, bitch, she don't suck. Okay? She needs to practice more. That's all. You a clown, though. So when the old girl leaves and leaves them alone, Juke is talking to her friend, and her friend notices the picture of Nicole and Juke and Nicole, and she was just like, oh, so you like white girls? And she was just like, no, I like Nicole. Well, why did you guys break up? I was like, this girl is awfully concerned about Juke. I mean, it's obvious that she's bi-curious at least, okay? So Juke was like, we didn't really break up, she died. And Aisha was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Juke really cared about her, and Aisha really cares about Juke, so she's just trying to be there for her. But you can definitely see some sparks going between the two of them. Juke is not really trying to act on them because She already knows how difficult that makes the friendship and everything. And I was just like, Juke, do not shit where you eat. Okay, now this is where you work. This is your group member. It's already difficult considering she was seeing Kanan, and now Kanan is messing with the other group member. If you start messing with this girl, it's just going to really make everything just way too messy. Okay? Be careful, Juke. Now, later on, as the girls is practicing, I said, well, look at this. Pebbles is happy. It looks like she's happy with what she's seeing. The girls is getting better. Juke is basically competing with the other girls for the lead spot. Okay, they all are trying to shine. Well, really, it's Juke and the bitch, okay? Because I think Aisha is fine with where Aisha is. Aisha just happy to be in the group at this point. Pebbles was just like, y'all think y'all good? Okay, and Juke was like, yeah, actually, Juke thinks that she's the best. Hell, she can take this lead spot. And you know what? Pebbles tends to agree with Juke. So let's call you the lead right now. I said, oh, that other one, she sure didn't like that. But you know what? That don't mean that this ain't sealing the deal on nobody. Right now, Juke is the lead. That don't mean that this could change. Okay, so everybody still needs to fight for I was just like, again, why are you pitting these girls against each other? That's exactly what they used to do and maybe still do with these girl groups. Okay, all that cattiness. And we've seen, because no girl group has ever lasted in the history of girl groups without any type of turmoil, that way of thinking eventually demolishes the group. So it's never a good angle to take, you know? So they all excited about this, you know, a chance at getting the lead and sticking to the lead and everything. Everybody but Crystal. That's the bitch's name. Okay, Crystal don't want to be competing and shit. She wants the top spot. So when she leaves out, you know, ahead of Juke and Aisha, by the time Juke and Aisha get out the building and they see her across the street and she kissing Kanan, and you know, Juke was like, ain't that about a bitch? Like, do I need to go over there and beat Kanan ass real fast? Because that's what the nigga need. And Aisha was just like, don't even worry about them. Okay, the hoe and the dog over there, let them do what they do. All right, because hell, she only got eyes for Juke these days. And again, Juke, do not shit where you eat. Now, Crystal and Kanan, they at home and they in bed, and one of the Roxstars gave me pretty much the rundown of how they think things are gonna go, and this is what they think. Okay, so let me just give it to you. And shout out to the Rockstar, I don't remember the name, but you guys had a pretty good, so what they believed is that Kanan is going to get Crystal pregnant, and Crystal is going to have a child, a little boy. And they're going to name that little boy Sean. You know why? Because Sean, which is Fame's real name, Famous. Well, they're saying that Kanan is going to name the baby Sean after Fame because Fame is probably going to die, and it's going to be because of Kanan, and Kanan is going to feel guilty, and that he is going to name his son Sean. Sean is the grown Sean that we remember from the Power Season 1, you know, first couple of seasons of Power, who was the love interest to Tasha, who was really just kind of licking her wounds because Ghost had kicked her to the curb. Okay, now see, you had to know all of the Power history to be able to get all of that. Okay, and shout out again to that Rockstar who pulled all that out, because I was just like, girl, you might be on to something. We know that Kanan was a young father, and we see him clearly having sex with Crystal, so maybe that might happen. I sure hate that Fame is going to die, but I feel like Fame is gonna die, okay? But, so yeah, that's very plausible. So we'll see. And whoever's left that comment in the last week, y'all put your hand up in the comments, and so I can give you a proper shout out, because that was actually a good look. Anyway, Kanan and Crystal are in the bed, and there's a knock at the door. Who is it but the social worker? No, she is upset. Okay, your mother called and said that you haven't been coming home, and I already told you what it was gonna be if you didn't come home. Okay, we about to put you in the fire. I said, girl, you better get the hell up out of there before Kanan get Big Ron to come over here and kill you. She's like, if you don't go home in 24 hours, I am going to be at your house with the police next time. Okay. And Kanan is just looking at her like he don't believe not one word that she's saying. After she leave, you know, Crystal was just like, who was that? And he was just like, oh, that's nothing. That's my mother's bullshit. Okay? He can't be worried about the social worker. So he go home and he tell Big Ron that he need to handle the social worker. So they go to the social worker job. They scope it out, wait for her to come out. And then Big Ron, you know, he just real quiet and casually walk over to her, whisper a couple of words in her ear, and walk on back to the car. Yeah, the social worker, she won't be fucking with you no more. It's like, what did Ronnie say to her? Now, Rock, because Rock is still a girl's girl. You wouldn't know that, but Rock really is a girl's girl. She just hella rough around the edges, you guys. But she goes and finds Unique's girlfriend, and she tells him, like, Big Ron is on the loose out there. You need to really watch your back. Unique's girl is just sort of trying to just keep a very low profile. She trying to stay away from everybody. Look, Big Ron out there, he doing what he do. He got him a new woman and everything. Rock was like, a new woman? He got a new woman? Yeah, that bitch down there at the bodega. They seeing each other. They was at the house and everything together. Oh, you know, as soon as Rock heard that, she was like, I know that bitch is not. Rock was just like, how long that been going on? Well, you know what? She don't know and she don't care. But Rock is going to definitely go and find old girl and get some answers. And you guys know Unique girl really not trying to help Rock like that, because she still got an attitude for Rock fucking with Unique girl. Unique, now I'm wondering if the man is dead. They've left that, it seems like it's a cliffhanger that is going, I feel like the man might actually come back to us at the end of this season, because Unique is kind of like an afterthought right now, and I think that they want us to get him as far out of our mind as we can, and then he's gonna pop back up. I don't know why, I'm just getting that vibe. Might be totally off, but is anybody else getting that? At first I thought he was dead. Now I'm not too sure. Now back over to Juke. So Juke is about to go to practice. You know, remember the stakes is up higher because Pebbles was like, y'all got to compete for this lead spot and everything. And Crystal, you would think that she was so believed in herself, you know, and that she would feel like she could win over Juke, but maybe not so much. So she gets her homegirls to try to jump Juke at the subway on her way to practice. And you guys know Juke, baby, Juke gets it honest, and Juke is from them streets, okay? She get it from the mud. Ain't no bitch got to get up real early in order to catch Juke slipping, right? So it's 4 girls, and they all trying to fight Juke, and Juke fights them all, and they got knives and shit and everything, and Juke still comes up. Next thing you know, at the rehearsal, Pebbles is like, where's Juke? And, you know, Crystal was like, who knows? Like, maybe she ain't coming. And then Juke pops up like, hey, y'all, I'm here. Okay, sorry I'm late. There was a problem at the subway. You know, Pebbles, I need you guys to make sure you on time. Oh, God. I'm so tired of listening to Pebbles. I don't know how they even sit there and talk to that woman every day. And Juke don't care, though. All that matters is that she here. Crystal, bitch, you thought you had me, but you didn't. Like I said, gets up pretty early in the morning to pull one over on old Juke. Now, Juke has some issues, too, because apparently Juke is already committed to the military. You know, she's 16, 17 years old. She don't realize, well, I guess she's got to be 18. She don't realize that if you committed to the military, it's easy to say you don't want to do it. But once you sign them damn name on the dotted line, then you really cannot get out. It's not a matter of, oh, I've changed my mind, honey. You've said that you're going to the military, so the military expects you to be there. And we already can tell that Juke is about to try to go AWOL. She was like, the U.S. has broken many promises to me. Okay, that's between you and the U.S. Right now, though, your ass is in the military. Now, jumping back over to Snap and Pop. So Snap and Pop, they sitting around, they talking whatever, talking about betting on horses or something like that. Okay, having a conversation, and then in walks Rock. They looking at her, and they just sort of like, I feel like they was expecting this visit maybe later rather than sooner, but here Rock is. They was like, look at you, girl. I remember when you was in pigtails. Look at you now, all grown up and pretty. Jump roping on the streets and everything. Now look at you. And Rock was like, leave my fucking son alone. Oh, and you know, the man was just like, oh, you know, Kanan is a good boy. And Rock was just like, yeah, Kanan is my son. I know my damn son. Y'all don't know that nigga at all, okay? He's just an acquaintance at best for you guys. And you guys need to leave him alone. Cause she ain't playing no fucking games with them out there. Okay? They was like, look, Kanan with Big Ron. Kanan ain't they problem. That's Big Ron's problem. You need to talk to Big Ron. Yeah, I know what happened with Big Fish. We heard about everything. They don't care. They not standing down until Big Fish tell them to stand down. As of now, he ain't said nothing to them. So that means that they are going to continue on as usual. But we not worried about you and Kanan. We created the game. You can be all the big bad boss bitch you want to be. Rock was just like, yeah, nigga, but I helped create that game. So what I am going to continue to tell you is leave my damn son alone. And she leaves. All right. So Pop looks over at Snaps and she was just like, do you really think it's worth working with Kanan for all this? Like, this is about to be a damn war. And honey, you know this man is not fixing to sit up there and let Rock, a woman, come and tell him how to be. Oh no, this mean war now. This bitch that came up down here and decided to tell us to leave. She got the nerve to tell us to leave. Her son don't even like her, but she want to tell us to leave him alone. It was just like, this shit ain't even about Big Ron no more. I mean, that bitch can't just come and tell me what to do. She got big problems now because Rock can't fuck with Snaps and Pop. Now let's jump over to now let's pivot. Okay, we see Shannon's father. He goes and talks to Nicole's father. Remember, Shannon was talking to him about Juke and all of that, you know, so maybe he can give him some. I was just like, man, if you got to be going to all these strangers to try to figure out what was going on with your daughter, then maybe it's something else that we need to figure out here. Maybe you need to go to get some counseling to figure out why you ain't knew nothing about your damn daughter, who was coming to you and telling you her problems and everything, and you just kicked her to the curb. And Nicole's father, who usually has just vomited of the mouth of information, well, he's strangely kind of quiet and coy this time. I was just like, why is he like this now? So they're talking, and in their conversation, they realized that the common denominator was Creepy Daddy. Creepy Daddy went and talked to Nicole's father to throw him possibly off of the path, and now maybe Creepy Daddy talking to Shannon's father was throwing him off the path too. So now, you know, everybody got an eyebrow raised for Creepy Daddy. I said, Creepy Daddy, now you're gonna have to kill Shannon Daddy. And speaking of Creepy Daddy, he at the station, and you know, he's the new team member, so he's in. Even though they still ain't finished his background check. But he getting the information now. So yeah, even though you're not in and everything, we looking at this Marvin Thomas angle, and he checking off a lot of the boxes. They got him linked to the Baselli crew, and you know what? This might just be the case that blows open and be so big that this will put, like, Creepy Daddy can put his stamp on it. This is going to be your swan song case. This is going to be the one that you known for. I say, yeah, but not for the same reasons. Now, Marvin has been following the Chinese man around, okay? Just kind of scoping him out, trying to figure out what exactly is his routine, what he do, the ins and outs and everything. So we trying to figure out exactly what Marvin is about to do with this Chinese man. We see Lou out on them streets, drunk as a skunk, okay? Ain't got he don't care, no kind of, he just by himself. As a matter of fact, some people try to rob him, you know, and everything, and he's down for the fight. Okay, he got his gun and shit. Like, come on, let's do this. And everybody take off running. He was just like, wait a minute, where y'all going? I thought we was fixing to fight. Okay, you niggas can't even roll a nigga right. I said, Marvin, go get your brother. But Marvin is busy, like I said. As a matter of fact, Marvin ended up paying a woman to sleep with the Chinese man because the man is married and all of that, you know. So he gets a woman to sleep with the Chinese man, and, you know, the man does it. And so now Marvin confronts him and lets him know that, yeah, we saw that you were seeing this woman. Here go the pictures here. Now, unless you want your wife to find out, I think that you are going to change your mind and you're going to work with Rock, right? Yeah, well, it looks like he is going to. It's an age-old angle, but it always works. Now, afterwards, Marvin goes and talks to his homeboy, Joe. And they're talking about this article that he's supposed to be writing about Juke. And he mentions to Marvin, you know, that he's been talking to the police. And Marvin was like, wait a minute, hold on, homeboy. Like, no. When I told you to do this story about my daughter, I didn't tell you to go and talk to the police about me, my family, none of that shit. Like, where you get that from? And he was just like, look, I'm just doing my job. I'm writing the article. I'm writing about and he was just like, my family is not your damn job. I said, but Marvin, you the reason that the man is doing it in the first place. You the one brought all this about. At least we don't know for a fact, because when we see Joe later, he is talking to the police, okay? But we don't know if he is talking to the police because of this case or because of Juke. Well, we don't know if he was talking to them before all this and that he is a plant for the police, or if this just coincidentally came up now and he's talking to the police and gonna find out some shit. Most likely he was a plant from the police to begin with, but we still don't know that for a fact. And then lastly, you guys, Rock. Now, Rock is pissed about this Colombian woman, okay? He know that Big Ron is seeing her and everything, so yeah, bitch, you ain't fixing to get a one-up on Rock. So first she goes to the Colombian cousin, and she tells him, Your cousin out there doing business without you. She ain't even told you nothing. Okay, she working with Big Ron, who is just a pain in the ass for everybody in the city. She doing you wrong. She doing you dirty. And Rock want to get her ass. She go where she want to go. She do what she want to do. And how is she working for you? But she got all of these things that she doing on her own. And the Colombian was just like, you know, he listens to Rock. He probably got an idea his damn self, but he listened. He said, okay, let me just check around, see some things, figure out some things, you know, and then I'll let you know if you can have the go ahead. Now, I guess he either gave her the go ahead or Rock was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway. Because the nigga gonna find out that his cousin is bullshit anyway. So next thing we see, Rock goes to the Colombian lady. And the Colombian lady look up at Rock like, oh, like, what you doing here? Wasn't you supposed to wait to hear what we was doing? And Rock was like, honey, I done already talked to your cousin. Your cousin know exactly what I'm doing right now. Okay, things is about to go real wrong for you. And the Colombian looks at her and, honey, she telling Rock that she can pay. And honey, how insulting. Rock don't want your damn money. Fuck you and your money. And look, Rock ain't playing today. It ain't a whole bunch of words going back and forth or nothing. She shoot that bitch. I tell you, I love you some Rock. Rock don't have no problem pulling the trigger. That is for sure. And she was just like, listen, bitch, I am the bitch around here. I am that woman. Okay? I'm learning from my mistakes. And she's a better woman for it. She was just like, I always come back, Juliana. And she always correct whatever the fuck she messed up. Okay? And right now, this is correction. That's all this is. And she shoot that bitch one more time for good measure. And I was just like, as much as cutthroat as Rock is, you just gotta love her. Because, honey, she gives you what you need. All right, you guys, that's it. I guess we only got 2 more episodes of Raising Kanan. Then is Ghost coming right back after that? Because I think we only did 10 episodes, right, for the season. So we'll see. I haven't seen any commercials for Ghost, so I don't think that it's coming right back. But that is the next franchise that's due. So we'll see. Anyway, you guys, let me get on so I can do Love and Marriage DC. Make sure that you thumbs up the video, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm Roxanne. The channel is itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, Roxstars. Bye.